There it is. Out here at the most scariest Walmart in Des Moines, Iowa, Southeast 14th. Wish me luck, guys. It's not really a lot here for Hot Wheels. Let's see. Nope. Nope. What we got here? What we got here? Nissan Junior? Ain't bad for 118. Oh yeah, I'll take that all day. Miata. What else we got? Oh. Is that MR2? Yes, it is. All right, so we'll get that one. What else we got back here? Another truck. A Miata. Miata. What's all this set? Does it say? Let's see how it does. Okay, so we got Miata, Lexus truck. Two. Civic hatch. There's a Civic hatch, so. So since there's, what, 6 here, maybe I can get a full set. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get the Miata. And the Lexus. So maybe I can get a better Miata card one here. Plus this one's got broken, so let's find that. Alright, all 6. So the Walmart on the south side of Des Moines is notorious for some of the craziest shit that happens. Think of Jerry Springer back in his prime. That kind of shit usually pops off there, man. It's fucking people just getting in fights, arguing, throwing shit at each other. Everybody has a story. If you're from Des Moines, or if you even lived in Des Moines for a little bit, everybody has a story about something crazy they fucking saw there at Southeast 14th. So that morning, I was delivering there. I got there, I think, around 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm a delivery driver, and just had to drop off some stuff, so I went ahead and took a look at what they had. Now, they had these Japan Origins Matchbox cars, and, you know, I figured they had the whole set there. I was going to pick them up for a good price. I went ahead and picked up the Nissan Z cop car. It's okay. I really didn't want to get this, but I kind of hate missing a whole set of one car, so I had to pick it up, though. Next up, though, I went ahead and picked up a 2017 Honda Civic hatchback. Honda Civic, to me, is just one of the most... when I think of Japan for cars, Civic's always front of the line for me. I think Honda is just an amazing car company. Here's the thing, even if you never own a Honda car, you'll own something Honda in your life. And so, I've always been a fan of owning a couple. We don't actually own a Honda car right now. We got a Crosstour. I actually really love that car. It's getting kind of old, but we just don't want to get rid of it yet. So, next up, the Mazda Miata convertible. This is your quintessential 4-cylinder rear-wheel drive car I always think of. 2015 MX-5. I mean, this car's been around for a long, long time, though. This car used to get a lot of shit back in the day because some people of the 90s really don't like that one. I didn't mind it too much, though. It's just, I just never thought they were cool looking, but the newer variants, I ain't gonna lie, when I see the newer ones nowadays, I do think they have a little bit more flair. I like them a lot better. Next up, this is another car I almost didn't want to get to. I'm not dogging on Lexus, though, but this fucking Lexus I don't like, man. It's a 95 Lexus LS400, and the paint job looks ugly. I just don't like this car. But in 94, man, or 95, if you guys want to impress somebody, you would pull up in something like this. So, 90s Japanese luxury cars, I'm just not a big fan of them. Even certain German cars from 90s I don't really like. If you watched the channel before, you know how I feel about 90s and 80s Mercedes-Benz. But yeah, I'm kind of hit and miss with this, though. But like I said, I want to get the whole set with it, though. And next up, this one's really fucking cool. This right here is a 1962 Nissan Junior. I just love old pickups like this, man. They got a lot of character to them, you know. It's just, for me, I even like the fact they put a hitch on the back of that, too. It just looks like an old work truck somebody would have, and they just, I don't know, maybe, I would take it out, and I would kind of think to myself, in 1962, and Japan. Who would buy this? You know, what were they using it for? Probably for work or something like that. You know, so just I always like when I see cars, I kind of like to think to myself, people who lived back in that age and era, what they did with them. And next up, another one of my favorite cars that doesn't really get a lot of love. We're talking about a 1985 Toyota MR2. I picked up some great Matchbox MR2s earlier this year, but when I see this car, I always pick it up. I always think these cars are just wicked cool. The craziest thing about this shit, though, is this is something you don't see a lot of. Like I said, I've worked in automotive shops for about 14 years, and the one thing I will say about, though, we get all kinds of cool shit you see all the time. We see Corvettes, we see a lot of Vipers, we see a lot of just cool shit, though. I'm not saying it takes away from it, but when we see something like this that you don't see that often ever, it really gets everybody's attention because you don't know if you'll ever see one of these again, though. So that's why I always think the MR2 is really underrated. Performance-wise, it's kind of in the middle of the road for the options that it had back then for mid-engine, four-cylinder, rear-wheel drive car, but still very cool. Love getting these at all. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.